Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ma'am Raya, your English teacher. And for today's lesson, we're going to have tag questions. Maybe you remembered one of our lessons here was question forms. Okay, so this one is, yes, just like additional information. Okay, the other way of formulating questions. Okay, so we have what we call tag questions. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, but before we'll proceed to the next screen, please don't forget to like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. We're almost on our way, on our road to 1,000 subscribers, so please do me a favor. Okay, thank you in advance. Okay, let's get started. So tag questions, okay, you are looking at me, aren't you? Okay, so you might notice this part here. Okay, this is what we call the tag question. What is really a tag question? Okay, here we have a tag question is a grammatical structure. It refers to declarative. Okay, pardon my screen there. It refers to declarative statements or imperatives that are modified to become a question by adding an interrogative fragment. Okay, so it's just like statements. Okay, simple statements, and then we try to modify them and add the interrogative fragment. It is called interrogative fragment. It's like a question, but yeah, it's the shortened one. Okay, it's like that. Okay, the shortened one. So that's why, yeah, it's at the end. Okay, it's found at the end of your declarative statements or imperatives. Okay, very familiar with the types of sentences. Okay, so here we go. Okay, the uses of tag questions. Okay, we have first, okay, it is an indicator of politeness, emphasis, or irony. Okay, so that's why you look pretty, don't you? Okay, yes, sometimes, yes, it's some, the manner of saying it also matters. Okay, so yeah, sometimes it isn't that polite. It's just to give intrigue. Okay, emphasis or clarity. Okay, the other use of tag question is it suggests confidence, or it may also suggest lack of confidence. Okay, another is it may be confrontational or tentative. Okay, tell me, yes, you cheated on me, didn't you? Okay, confrontational. Okay, that's scary. Okay, can be found in leading questions in a legal setting. So most likely in interrogating someone. So yes, you can use tag questions when you try to interrogate. Okay, Miss Witness, tell us here in the court, you went to the restroom. Okay, did you or didn't you? Okay, sorry. Okay, so like that. Interrogative. Yes, interrogating. Okay, we have the form, okay, of tag questions. Okay, it varies actually according to different factors, okay, such as the choice of auxiliary. Okay, auxiliary am, is, are, have, has, okay, like that. Do, does, did. Okay, those are examples of auxiliary that we can use in our tag question. And yes, the negation, the negative. Okay, if the auxiliary used is in the positive form, then the tag question will be in a negative form. If the auxiliary used in your declarative statements are what negative, then your tag question will be in the positive form. Okay, to make it clear, let's have this one. Okay, so this is the structure. Okay, affirmative statement because, okay, your sentences are in positive form. Okay, so affirmative, yeah, positive. Okay, so we have here, okay, 5 sentences here. And you might notice that your tag question is negative because your statement here is positive. And also, before your tag questions, you notice that there is always the presence of comma. Okay, this is the other use of comma. Remember, yes, you would like to browse one of the videos we have uploaded. Yes, we had another lesson about the use of comma in our sentences. Okay, so here he is excellent at languages, isn't he? Okay, so in your tag question, when you try to use it, when you try to read it, you don't have to have the high tone. You don't have to say he is excellent at languages, isn't he? Okay, so that's the normal we had before. Okay, but it isn't necessary. It actually depends on what you are trying to imply in your question. Are you trying to give clarity? Yes, to give emphasis. Or are you trying to provoke someone? Or are you trying to interrogate someone? Okay, so in that case, if you try to interrogate someone, then yes, you can, the tone is higher, the pitch is higher. He's excellent at languages, isn't he? Okay, like that, in the courtroom. Okay, yes, you love me, don't you? Okay, so just asking if it's really, yeah, he really does love you, like that. Okay, so yes, these are the example sentences. You were late, weren't you? They are working on a new project, aren't they? So it's like, yes, interrogating or asking for clarity. She writes good poems, doesn't she? You have worked hard to earn this money, haven't we? We have. Okay. So you notice that the auxiliary verbs here, okay, so most likely they are in the present, okay, simple present. Yes, no, were here is simple past. Okay, so nothing to worry, so it's still the same. You only add the negative part here. Right, simple present, but yeah, it's the main verb being used. It doesn't have any auxiliary. So in this case, what you have to use, auxiliary that you will use is do, does, did. Since this is in the simple present, then you use the auxiliary does. Okay, and yeah, since it's in the positive part, so your tag question will be in the negative. Okay, doesn't she? Okay. If it's in the past, example, she wrote good poems, then what you have here is didn't. Didn't she? Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, we have worked, so you have the auxiliary have, you already have here. So yes, haven't we? You only have to add the negative not. Okay, so let's try to swap. How about if your statements are in the negative? Then, which means to say that your tag questions will be in the positive, okay, positive form. He isn't an athlete, so is he. Okay, so pronouns are used here. So it's the same pronoun that you also have to use in your tag question. But if you use the proper noun, example, how can I? Raya is pretty, isn't she? Okay, so Raya is a female name of a person. Then you use the pronoun she. Raya is pretty, isn't she? Isn't she lovely? Okay, so yes, see? So that's the other way of formulating questions. Okay, so you do have there. I hope that is clear for you. Okay, so just examples. Negative, so you didn't visit, so that's why. Very simple here. So just use, okay, the same auxiliary, I guess. Okay, the same auxiliary, nothing to worry. Okay, next. Okay, so for imperative here, so imperative used for, giving instructions or a command. Yeah, so the person is telling you to keep quiet. So it has no, how can I say? The auxiliary verbs, yes, are invisible. Okay, so it could be want you, will you, would you, could you. So we can't tell if it's negative or positive. So in your tag questions, you can use both positive or negative, because the other way of saying this, when we try to have the question form, so it would be, will you keep quiet? Would you keep quiet? Could you keep quiet? Okay, like that. Would you won't keep quiet. Okay, see? Okay, so that's how it's done. Okay, so yes, apology for my dog. She's barking. Okay, let's try to practice. Okay, apply what we have learned. I hope that was clear. Okay, again, for statements, for positive statements, then our tag questions will be negative. For negative statements, our tag questions will be positive. Okay, and we also have to consider the auxiliary verbs being used. We just have to copy paste them. Okay, number one here, I have plenty of time. So have is the auxiliary. It is positive sentence, affirmative. Then our tag question will be in the negative form. So we say, haven't I? Okay, this is your pronoun here. Okay, again, yes, there is always the comma before your tag question. It is a must. Okay. Second, we can't stop here. Okay. Can't, negative. So you just have to change this to positive. So we say, can we? Okay. See, the same pronoun used. Okay. Third, you play basketball. Play is the main verb. Okay. Again, what did we say about this? So we only have to choose do, does, did. Okay. So play is simple present, but it's in the plural form. Okay. So do. Okay, since it's positive, so we use negative, don't you. You play basketball, don't you? Okay, don't you. So yes, it's clarity. You don't have to say, don't you? You play basketball, don't you? Okay, yeah, so not that way. Okay, you are not interrogating, so you don't have to have a high pitch. Okay, fourth sentence, she is very funny, isn't she? It's the same auxiliary verb. Next, okay, it's my mouse. Sorry about that. He doesn't like spicy food, does he? Okay, so doesn't, negative. So you only have to take this out, delete this one, then does he. Next, number 6. They don't watch much TV. Don't is negative. Okay, the positive for that is do. Do they? The same pronoun. Okay. They are already done with their assignment. Are is the auxiliary, then we say aren't they for negative tag. Okay, well, I hope that's clear. If you do have questions or clarifications, please don't hesitate to comment in the box. Okay, I'll be very happy to entertain your questions. Okay, so that would be all. It will be a rainy day today. Okay, thank you for joining today's lesson, and yes, I'll see you in my next video lessons. Okay, goodbye for now and keep safe. Okay, see you. Bye bye.